last sort of 10 to 15% of same-store sales, which are very meaningful. Obviously, in the restaurant space, we operate on very thin margins. So, we need to get all that revenue back. We're having to compete very differently than we have.
From once thriving American food chains to fading icons of the past, join us on a captivating journey as we explore the rise and fall of some of the biggest restaurant brands of the past decade. Discover the reasons behind their downfall, from outdated menus to fierce competition, and delve into their challenges amidst a changing industry landscape. Get ready for a fascinating dive into the vanishing favorites and struggling giants in our captivating video. Amidst the challenging circumstances of 2020, running a brand/restaurant became even more difficult as unprecedented circumstances unfolded. The COVID-19 pandemic significantly impacted the American economy, leading to major disruptions and a peak unemployment rate of 14.7% in April. Although the unemployment rate decreased to 6.7% by November, it remained more than 3% points higher than before the pandemic escalated. As a result of this economic crisis, numerous struggling companies were left with no choice but to pursue bankruptcy protection and completely shut down their operations. These businesses will now join a growing list of once prominent brands that, due to various reasons predating the pandemic, experienced a loss of profitability and closed down between 2011 and 2020. To identify the brands that vanished during this period, 24/7 Wall Street conducted a thorough analysis, which involved reviewing press releases, financial filings, and other credible news sources to compile a comprehensive list of major corporations that either ceased operations entirely or significantly scaled back their activities. Over the past decade, several well-known American food chains have experienced a significant decline in sales, resulting in the closure of numerous locations across the country. Brands such as Big Boy, Ponderosa, and Bennigan's, once considered staples in American dining, have struggled to attract a consistent customer base. Their failure to update their brand image and menu options has contributed to their decline, making room for a new generation of restaurants to emerge. The analysis conducted by 24/7 Wall Street relied on data provided by food industry consulting and research firm Technomic Inc. to identify the 10 large restaurant chains with the most substantial decrease in locations and sales between 2001 and 2011. Darren Tristano, Executive Vice President of Technomic, explained that restaurant brands face new challenges as the industry evolves. The modernization of restaurants has given a rise to a competitive environment and a new breed of eateries. Tristano noted that the struggling brands, which tend to be more traditional, have failed to keep up with the preferences of current generations and have faced fierce competition for newer establishments within the same segment. The type of cuisines these struggling restaurants offer has also played a significant role in their decline. For instance, barbecue establishments like Damon's and Tony Roma's have faced challenges not primarily due to competition, but because barbecue, as a limited cuisine, has struggled to attract a broad customer base. Barbecue typically appeals more to male customers than females, and it is not a meal that diners typically consume daily. Consequently, Tony Roma's experienced a sales decline of over 70% between 2001 and 2011, while Damon's saw a decline of over 75%. In other cases, these struggling chains operate in segments that are still performing well but have been outshined by newer chains with more exciting brands and innovative offerings. For example, TCBY, the frozen yogurt chain that experienced rapid growth in the 1980s, has seen its popularity dwindle. Traditional ice cream chains like Cold Stone Creamery and new frozen yogurt establishments like Pinkberry have eroded their sales. In 2001, TCBY had 1,777 locations nationwide, but by 2011, that number had dropped to just 405. Many of the restaurants on this list had their heyday several decades ago, and 8 of the 10 chains with the largest declines have filed for bankruptcy in the past decade. Some of these chains closed hundreds of locations overnight, only to resume operations or be purchased after emerging from bankruptcy. The remaining franchises continue to operate, but revving these brands presents a formidable challenge. The recent economic recession has further complicated the recovery of these struggling chains. While expanding into new markets is crucial for their growth, they have been forced to allocate most of their resources to stay afloat. The challenging economy has hindered their ability to gain traction or expand, leading to the closure of underperforming units. To compile the list, 24/7 Wall Street reviewed sales data provided by Technomic and identified the 10 restaurant chains that experienced a decline of 60% or more in the number of operating store locations between 2001 and 2011. To be considered for the list, these chains needed to have sales of at least $225 million in 2001 and a sales decline of 50% or more over the same period. Here are 10 major restaurant chains that could disappear by the end of 2023. Number 1. Ruby Tuesday. Ruby Tuesday is a casual dining chain that has been struggling in recent years. The company filed for bankruptcy in 2021 and has been closing restaurants rapidly. Number 2. Boston Market. Boston Market is a chain of rotisserie chicken restaurants. The company has struggled to compete with other fast casual chains such as Chipotle and Panera Bread. Number 3. Steak and Shake. Steak and Shake is a chain of burger and milkshake restaurants. The company has been struggling to keep up with changing consumer tastes. Number 4. Joe's Crab Shack. Joe's Crab Shack is a chain of seafood restaurants. The company has struggled to compete with other casual dining chains, such as Red Lobster and Olive Garden. Number 5. Noodles and Company. Noodles and Company is a chain of noodle restaurants. The company has struggled to compete with other fast casual chains, such as Panera Bread and Chipotle. Number 6. O'Charlie's. O'Charlie's is a chain of casual dining restaurants. The company has struggled to compete with other chains like Applebee's and Chili's. Number 7. Longhorn Steakhouse. Longhorn Steakhouse is a chain of steakhouses. The company has struggled to compete with other chains such as Outback Steakhouse and Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. Number 8. Red Lobster. Red Lobster is a chain of seafood restaurants. The company has struggled to compete with other chains such as Olive Garden and Joe's Crab Shack. Number 9. Chili's. Chili's is a chain of casual dining restaurants. The company has struggled to compete with other chains such as Applebee's and TGI Fridays. Number 10. TGI Fridays. TGI Fridays is a chain of casual dining restaurants. The company has struggled to compete with other chains like Applebee's and Chili's. These chains face several challenges, including rising costs, changing consumer tastes, and increased competition. If these challenges continue, it is possible that these chains could disappear by the end of 2023. Here are some additional reasons why these chains could disappear. Declining foot traffic. Many chains are located in malls and shopping centers, which have seen a decline in foot traffic in recent years. Changing consumer preferences. Consumers are increasingly looking for healthier and more affordable options, which these chains may not be able to offer. Increased competition. The restaurant industry is highly competitive, and these chains are facing increasing competition from various sources, including fast casual chains, delivery services, and grocery stores. If these challenges continue, it is possible that these chains could disappear by the end of 2023. However, it is also possible that these chains will be able to adapt to the changing landscape and survive. Only time will tell. The restaurant industry is constantly evolving, and several major chains face significant challenges that may lead to their disappearance by the end of 2023. These struggling brands have been unable to adapt to the changing preferences of consumers and keep up with the competition in a rapidly transforming market. Whether it's a failure to update their brand image, innovate their menu offerings, or appeal to younger generations, these chains have experienced a decline in sales and a reduction of operating locations. Additionally, external factors such as the recent economic recession and the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic have further intensified the struggles these restaurant chains face. Limited resources and the need to focus on immediate survival have made it difficult for them to invest in necessary changes and expansion into new markets. Furthermore, shifts in consumer tastes and preferences have played a significant role in the decline of these chains. Some have fallen victim to the emergence of new, exciting brands offering unique dining experiences, while others have struggled due to limitations within their specific cuisine segment. As we approach the end of 2023, these 10 major chains are at a crossroads. Their future remains uncertain without significant reinvention, strategic decisions, and financial stability. The restaurant industry continues to evolve, and only those able to adapt, innovate, and meet the changing demands of consumers will stand a chance of survival. Only time will tell which of these struggling chains will disappear, leaving behind memories of a bygone era in American dining. For more such interesting videos, like and subscribe. Until next time.